Yo, what's poppin', my goons? We back. Right back to that credit game for the goons for the 2022. You know what to do. Spontaneous Productions too. I'm right back in effect, and I'm back with some more game, more gems for the goons. So today I'm gonna give you goons some kind of different kind of game. Because you're making all kind of financial moves. You're all about the credit, you're all about the bag, all that stuff. So we kind of know how that's going. And so sometimes though, you make the plays, and sometimes the plays, they might not go through properly, and you moving around. I know some of you going to be into CPNs and stuff like that, and all kind of other wild stuff. And so people move around kind of different. And so one thing you might need to know about is offshore bank accounts, straight like that. And so here's the website. The website for offshore bank accounts, you just want to pull up to offshoreprotection.com. So offshoreprotection.com, you can check out this website, and there's more websites like this, but today we're just going to stick with offshore protection just to give you some game. So look, and check it out. How to open an offshore bank account legally in an overseas bank. So you can get an offshore bank account. You can have stuff going on out your country and just kind of, get it moving out the country if you have to leave the country. Why you need to open an offshore bank account. Offshore banking in a foreign jurisdiction isn't a distant, exotic sounding name like it sounds. By some estimates, there are nearly 3 million people in the U.S. who have foreign offshore bank accounts. So it's definitely catching on. But that's only 1% of the population, so it hasn't caught fire. And so this is only for the top 1% of people that do this, pretty much. And only the rich. You hear about this stuff in movies and whatnot, like, offshore bank accounts and, money transactions in different countries and stuff like that. And go check it out. All that stuff is real. So people really do that. You diversify. This is how you diversify yourself in foreign jurisdictions. They have different laws in different places. So basically, if you get in trouble in the USA, your money can get tied up. You can get your bank accounts frozen. And so if your bank account gets frozen, you don't have no access to your money. But if you have a foreign bank account, then, you have access to your money. And foreign banks have higher liquidity. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify the wealth. There's more stable banking systems in foreign jurisdictions. I don't know if that's true or not, but hey, they're just giving you game. So here's the game. Generate higher interest rates in an offshore bank. Again, you just gotta use this stuff at your own risk. But this stuff is not new. This is very, very old. It's been out for a minute. You can have multiple currencies, asset protection. And so a lot of people like to hide their assets in foreign banks. And so it really goes down, and there's websites where you can get this stuff going. So if you need to leave the country, they have passports. So what you do is just get a second passport. So with the second passport, the thing about that is, see, if you have some trouble with the law and you're a felon, right, in USA, you cannot leave the country because you get your passport taken away. So they take your passport away from you. That's what happens if you get caught up in these streets, ripping and running. You got some fraud shit going on. It's just, felony shit or whatever. Anything you got going, some crime shit and it's felony shit. You cannot leave the country. They will take away your passport. And so with a second passport, they cannot take your passport because it's in a jurisdiction of another citizenship. So offshore citizen. Global diversification recommends putting flags in different countries. Okay, putting flags in different countries. What that means is you put just different assets and you make different moves and you have different abilities, like creating a multiple option for global mobility, offshore citizen, Plan B passport, crypto passport, freedom of movement, benefit of second citizenship. Who needs a second passport? And so all the information about why you need to learn about it is all in the website. And so just check out this website right here. You can just get all kind of game to get out the country. If you need to get about the country free, and free consultations. And, so freedom of movement. You can kind of move around the globe. There's definitely a lot of people that move around the globe. Benefits of a second citizenship, financial opportunity. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities worldwide across the globe, much more than just, in USA or wherever you at tuned in, Most of the goons tapped into me is in USA, but it's other goons all across the world, so it's all to the good. You gotta get another passport though, but make sure you at least get a USA passport. I got a passport, my goons. I've been out the country a few times. I go to Mexico, but you don't need a passport to go to Mexico if you travel by land. So I went into Mexico 2 times this year, traveled by land. So it's good to get out the country. And I've been to London, England too. See, I flew into London, so I needed a passport to go to the UK. So all my UK goons, what up? What's popping? We in effect. So, shout out to the UK. And, the global passport and, the offshore banking. There's a lot of security. See, as you can see, security. A second citizenship is coming from a stable, peaceful country. And this can be life-saving, for a variety of reasons. You might need to get up out your country for whatever reason. You see on the news when people are in Ukraine going crazy trying to get up out the country. That stuff is happening all across the globe. So, for whatever reason, you might need a second passport. American citizen. If you're an American citizen looking to renounce your citizenship and move to a country where there's more relaxed tax codes, having a second passport's a necessity. Americans are increasingly renouncing their citizenship. Those numbers are climbing, as last year more than 500,000 Americans decided they had enough. And straight like that, it's really something that's kind of been going on. So, if you need to do it, just tap into the site, so they give you all the information, asset protection, and to hide your assets or protect your assets, stuff that you can't, get access to because you was ripping and running. People will be ripping and running, doing all kind of crime and shit like that. So when they rip and run with the crime, they might have to just get up out of town. So when they get up out of town, it's all set up. Everything's all set up for them to move around. So you never can tell. You might be on the run for something, trying to get away from somebody, all kind of stuff. So you might just have to get up and go. You might have hit a lick. You didn't hit a lick, my goon, for a couple million. You got to get up and go. It's you can get company formations. So registering an offshore company with bank accounts for your business. Full step-by-step guide. What is an offshore company formation? And so you can really learn all kind of different game about starting business overseas, out the country, all the different tax codes, and, just learn game about it. The best thing you can do is pull up to the websites and just learn game. I like to just pull up to the sites and just read everything on the site. So now I know, okay? That's how you win with the game. You pull up to the sites and you read everything. That's how I learned everything about the credit. I cracked the book and I just read everything about it. And then I went on all the sites. I just read everything about it. And then I just got the credit going crazy. 100K in credit. Took me a year. And it was just straight like that. It was just that simple. Just like this. I just kept reading information. So this information is always out there. There's domestic companies and non-resident companies. So, there's a lot of different game. A lot of people have corps and stuff in different states and whatnot. You know how that goes. You can get the corps. You feel me? Like when you get a corporation and start a business, but it can be in a different state. It doesn't matter, but you could also do it out the country. So if you want to just build up with your corp and go out the country with it, you can go out the country. Can you go out the country with the CPN and make business? I don't know, but stuff like that is out there. I would not be shocked if stuff like that is going on right now. I would not be shocked if goons are really busting down with CPNs and making businesses out the country. Would not be shocked, because it's a whole different type of financial world out there where people just do all kind of stuff that will blow your mind. You'd have to really tap into it to really know. And you can really tap in and learn a lot of games. So you can tap into spontaneous productions too. So you know what to do already, my goons. like, subscribe, share, comment. You found the value in the video. And, you know, we just busting down some creative game on the late night. And, you know, best offshore formation structures. And so, like, that's why this site is cool, you know. It just teaches you how to do it. So Panama, when they say Panama is the best overall offshore companies, you know. So it's just how it goes, you know. You just tap in and just read game and learn game, you know, about how to just move around the globe. Because you might want to just get up out of USA making your plays, and you can just expand your mind, my goals. You know, I left the country a few times. I can't wait to travel the country more. I've been to the UK and I've been to Mexico, but I can't wait to travel the whole world. So we about to travel the whole world with it. And that's coming soon, so that's where my head is at, traveling the world. And straight like that, use that credit, blast off, travel the world, my goals. And so, y'all, you know what to do. And follow me on Instagram at Spontaneous Productions. Until next time, my goals.